Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and I'm standing outside a fix and flip that we bought last week, and it is now vacant. So we're going to take a look at it, walk through it, show you the numbers, what repairs we're going to do on it. Of course, check out investformore.com for more information on my flips. If you go to /flips, have a list of all our properties with videos and numbers on them. It is a snowy day in Colorado right now. We've had such a mild winter. I was actually driving the Aston Martin with the top down on Sunday, and today we got 4 inches of snow, and it's supposed to be -5 or something tonight. So we knew this lady was moving out soon. We got news that she was out, so even though it's not the most fun drive out here in this weather, it's about 15 miles from where we're at. You just have to come out here and make sure the heat's on, everything's okay, especially when it's going to be this cold. You know, you don't want them to turn the heat off and then have the whole house freeze and flood. But we did buy this from the MLS for $270,000. It was listed for $290,000. I think it made an offer of $250,000, and then we ended up getting it for $270,000. Usually from the MLS, you know, they clean up most of their stuff. However, on some of these distressed sales, good deals, you just have to expect them to leave things, especially kind of in the country like this. So no surprise that we have to take care of some of this junk, campers and different things. The property does have 24 acres though that go back that way, and we're thinking it'll be worth close to $400,000 once we're all done with it, and we'll need probably $40,000 in work, we're thinking. Of course, that number usually goes up once you start doing the work. But we'll walk in here, take a look. Nice thing about buying houses like this is I don't have to care about the snow being on my feet. It was interesting, because when Nikki and I first walked in here, that stove was going full bore, and then it turned off, so we think that was the only source of heat right now. And then it turned off on its own, so it's set on some kind of thermostat. Must be heating the house, although it does have a thermostat here for a furnace, so obviously it's got a furnace, it just might not be working, or something's going on with it. The thermostat was completely off, and then I popped open the little compartment here, and their batteries were in backwards. So we got it to turn on, but we'll see if the furnace kicks on at all or not. We'll probably need to work on that too. So this house was very dark, very kind of dingy when I first looked at it, but it's not in horrible shape. You know, there's some drywall work like you can see right there. They've probably put these doors in at some point, but the kitchen isn't horrible. You know, on these country properties with a lot of land, it's a manufactured home. You don't have to remodel the entire thing to make it sell because there's so few properties for sale. So we'll probably, you know, maybe do the countertops, the hardware, and appliances, and leave the cabinets. Don't need to mess with those. Paint everything. The real question is some pretty nasty popcorn, and we'll probably, hopefully, can get that off pretty easily. That'll make a huge difference on it. But we'll come inside, paint, flooring. It's got some weird, I think it's like sheet, laminate type vinyl stuff. And, you know, some of the kitchen work, light fixtures, things like that. Has 3 bedrooms on this side, 1 bathroom. It's also got a master bedroom, another bathroom on the other side I'll show you. So 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms total. And for those of you wondering, we have done a number of these manufactured homes in the country. I think it's probably our 5th or 6th manufactured home we've bought in the last 2 or 3 years. And what a manufactured home is it's brought out here in 2 pieces. So, you know, one half will be on one truck and the other half on another truck, and they're joined together right there. And manufactured means it has a metal frame. If you have the tags, all the certifications, you can get FHA financing, conventional financing on a manufactured home, not too difficult. So it's not a mobile home, doesn't have an axle, not that bad to finance. All right, on a side note, this is the more disgusting rooms of the house. And I don't know why they had those up. I guess they needed more shade than the blinds would provide. But there's your Bud Light curtains. Going back to the manufactured, modular home is a house that's brought out in pieces like this, but it's all wood, has a completely wood frame. And when they're all wood, it's considered the same thing as a stick-built home. No restrictions on financing. You don't even have to say it's a modular. Pretty much just like building a house here in place, same thing as a modular. So those are some of the differences between them. All right, we'll walk this way. Good sized house. Has the 4 bedrooms plus this kind of office thing. And yeah, you just have to get used to people leaving their stuff on some of these deals. They did, I don't know why that window sill was taken out, if they replaced the window or what happened. You can see some of the flooring there, but we'd replace all that anyway. And here is the master bedroom. It is definitely a little cooler on this side of the house, so I don't think the furnace is firing up. I think it is just that stove heating everything. And then here's the master bathroom, which again is not horrible. And actually one nice thing too, I'm going to talk about when you're in these manufactured modular homes, you know, some of them will have panels for walls and some will have drywall. This one is almost all drywall, which is so much nicer than the panels. And you can kind of see this bathroom has the panels. So you can see the little strips where they connect the panels, and they have that weird wallpaper on them usually. Just looks so much better to have the real drywall. Tub, which is very yellow and discolored. So we might have to do something there. And then there's shower. Which really is not in horrible shape. And your toilet right there. All right, so the real issue on this house, I'll show you, is the back. And so we're in what is technically called Gailton, Colorado, which is east of Greeley. Like I said, 10 or 15 miles or so. It's very, very windy out here. And you can see that by looking at the back of the house. They obviously did some work on it, but it is not uncommon to see properties out here with siding blown off, lots of the roof blown off. You can see the roof on there. It's missing a bunch of shingles, and it happens quite often just because it's so windy out here. And you actually see a lot of metal roofs in this area to prevent them from blowing off. And then the hardboard siding is just so much better than the cheap vinyl stuff. This stuff just is so flimsy. So we do have to do some siding work, obviously, and new roof. That'll really be kind of the majority of the cost on this one, is re-siding the whole house. And you can kind of tell here, I don't know if they had a window or something there at some point, who knows. And then finally, we'll see if we get lucky, because I didn't bring my key with me, if the garage opens. Oh, look at that. This is a very nice feature of the property. They listed it as a 4-car garage because it's so deep. And technically you could probably get 4 cars in here if this little area wasn't there. But really nice having outbuildings, extra garages with the properties out here in the country. A lot of times you'll find just a manufactured home on its own in the middle of dirt. And just the garages, having the fenced yard, You know, there's not much in the way of grass back there from what I remember, but still, just all those little features really help the properties feel like more of a house than just a you know, kind of a shack stuck out in the middle of nowhere. So, other random stuff left here for us to clean up. All right, that is the property. We will get our roofer out here, get someone to come side it, get flooring, paint kind of scheduled, and then probably have one of our contractors do some of the minor drywall, counters, things like that. And it should be hopefully a fairly quick and easy project once we get everything cleaned up. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the video and stayed warm wherever you're at. We'll have more coming up here soon. Be sure to give us a thumbs up if you liked it. If you have any comments or questions, let us know, and we'll have a lot more coming up soon. All right, take care.